What's going on, you guys? So it's day 2 of updates. I've developed new symptoms, so now I'm starting to get a lot of aches and pains around my body, mostly my lower back. Um, I usually have lower back problem just because of wrestling, but now it's more consistent and it's basically all the time. Um, I don't have any shortness of breath. My head is still pounding, but it does come and go, and I'm starting to get the chills. So I'll go from being really hot to being really cold, and then sweating, and then being cold again, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Um, I still have the weird itch in my throat. Um, which is unfortunate because you're constantly coughing and it just sounds worse than what it is. But it's just a weird itch. It doesn't seem like it hurts or anything, but it sucks because it's just this weird little itch that you just want to scratch, but you obviously can't. My head, like I said, my head is still hurting. The fatigue has gotten a lot worse. I basically feel like I had a long day at work. I went to the gym and then I still went running after, and I'm just tired. And another thing, Vivian actually started feeling some symptoms as well. And she's isolated herself in our room since the girls are in their room. Um, Vivian has isolated herself in her room, and the living room is basically empty at this point because we're not exactly sure if she has COVID or not because she hasn't been tested because she just developed a fever. I think so. The last time I checked, she had a fever of 104 degrees, which is super high. That's not what you want. Her head is hurting. Her nose is going back and forth, going from very loose to very clogged. Um, she's very feeling very fatigued, and she said that she's starting to lose the sense of smell. She can still smell a little bit, but not as strongly as normal. As for the girls, their temperature is still good. As you guys can see, we're still live streaming. They're basically just in isolation as well because they're fully good. Their temperature is good. They don't have no coughs, no pain, no symptoms or anything. So we have to do everything we can to protect them. Let's check your temperature.
Bedridden, huh? Not
Let
bedridden.
me see. She has a temperature of 101 degrees, 101.6. So she actually needs to go to her appointment today with the girls to get tested. But as you can see, she's been isolated to her room, to our room, until she gets tested and everything else goes. How are you feeling? What are the symptoms that you're feeling?
Hot. The stuffy nose. I feel tired, fatigued, I guess. I have a headache. But I'm hoping it's just the flu. Because that's all this. I looked it up and that's all the symptoms I said was flu-like more than COVID. I can breathe fine. My nose is a little congested, so I can still smell a little bit. And I could taste the food, so that's.
Do you have any symptoms as far as going from super hot to super cold? Sweats?
No. I have not. I feel hot. You know when you start feeling that sudden hot when you're doing something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it feels. But I haven't been sweating or nothing.
Any chills?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Okay.
But I think I don't know.
So as you just heard from Vivian, and as you saw, she's not doing too good. So for her, like she said, those are the symptoms that she's having. For me, as of day 2, um, I feel the fatigue. I feel a massive headache, and so another thing that I didn't mention is that when I actually stand up and start walking, if I turn too fast, I kind of get a sense of vertigo where I feel like everything is still spinning and it just doesn't feel good. The itch in my throat is subsided a little bit, but not so much that it's still bugging me. My head is still hurting, and I'm going through um, what is that? Being very hot and being very cold, and it just goes back and forth. And I think that that's it at this point. I am just feeling a lot more tired, and I'm feeling, I don't know, not good obviously, but it's still a long road, right? So yeah, this is day two of the COVID update. Yeah.